Is everyone doing good? Did you guys like the talk so far? Yeah? Okay, I hope I don't break the streak. All right, so I've come here today with this book of mine, and this book holds a lot of poems, quotes, passages I've written about stuff that I'm passionate about. But this book obviously isn't official yet. Hopefully one day I'll publish an actual book. This book came to life when I was in year 10 in English class. We had to write a speech for our public speaking competition about the future. And so I called shotgun to go last so I can hear what everyone else was saying, you know, take a little bit from here, and then make my own speech. But everyone's speeches spoke about the materialistic stuff about future, so advancements in technology, in gadgets, in medicine. But no one really spoke about us as a community, us as humans, us as a society. So I decided to write a poem called How I See the Future. And so when I performed that poem in class, my teacher at the time, Miss Liz Kanan, was very encouraging. She said it was really good, and it wasn't easy to impress her. And so when I did, I felt, you know, really good about myself. And so I started writing. And so because that was the poem that got my journey started on writing in general, I want that to be the same poem that gets me started today. So here's how I see the future. How I see the future. No wars, no genocide, no racism, no sexism, no rape, how I see the future. When little kids in Palestine don't have to wake up to the sound of bombs as their alarm, when kids in Africa don't have to walk miles and miles for water that isn't even clean, when Arab kids in Western countries don't have to be called terrorists because she wears a scarf around her head or because he is named after his prophet, when black men don't have to get suspicion because they have hoodies on their head, how I see the future. When trust is key, when love is real, when families understand, when we learn to accept, when judgment is unfound. When we're taught all types of knowledge, when we're taught to think rather than to by heart, when Middle Eastern hands don't clench onto Middle Eastern fists, when Middle Eastern rocks aren't thrown onto Middle Eastern fields, but rather used as building blocks for the nation, how I see the future. When little kids who once scribbled on their siblings' old books now mold the finest of novels and poetry. When little kids who once played on the streets barefoot now sport the newest of Nikes and dribble the ball to the other side of Camp Nou. When all of mankind arises to unfold the past that has masked their souls, unafraid of the future and what it holds, perhaps it's death, for they have seen love, for they have lived. So that was how I see the future, and sorry, I forgot to tell you guys, but if you like what you're hearing during the poem, please feel free to snap, okay? So that was a little bit about how I got started on poetry and my journey with it, but a little bit about myself is that I'm 17, I'm part of the Singleton family, and I'm Algerian. Being Algerian makes me Arab and African at the same time, and that only means a very large family, mashallah. Large family, I speak of cousins actually. I have about 52 first cousins, around 70-ish second cousins, and we're all very close. And when you have a large family that is close like that, you get to hear a lot of stories about your cousins. And that's why if you ever have a conversation with me, I will definitely have a story about some cousin. So I've seen my cousins go through a lot of stuff in life. I've seen my cousins fall in love, fall out of love. I've seen my cousins get married, get divorced, have children, struggle to have children. I've seen my cousins become super successful in life. I've seen them not make it past the 6th grade. I've seen my cousins do amazing things with their lives, and I've seen them do so much bad they ended up 6 feet under. But obviously being 17 and part of the Singleton family, the only thing that stuck out was love. Love and its ways, love and the stuff that it does to people, love and how it makes you feel. And so I decided to write a series of love poems, and perhaps fortunately or unfortunately, the series is still going. So I decided to choose 3 of those poems and give them to you guys today. And the thing is with these 3 poems that they're written about very different things, different types of love, different types of people. And so you guys have been given Post-its and pens that you guys are going to share. So what I want you to do after each poem, about 30 seconds break, you'll write down what each poem spoke to you about and who it reminded you of. Maybe a significant other, an ex, maybe a parent, a pet, food, I don't know. So we'll do that, and then by the end of it, I want you guys to start conversations with a complete stranger, someone you don't know in the crowd. Because one thing that we can all agree on is the desire to love or be loved. So yeah, and if you don't want to do that, you can just either, you can stick it on our board over there for TEDxYouth. So the first one is called My Favorite Coffee Mug. I had always wondered what true love tasted like. It was something that my buds had never encountered before. I would wrap my hands round your neck like my favorite coffee mug, taking you in one sip at a time, wouldn't remove it no matter how heated we got after death. Every night you'd bring me to life every morning. A few months in, the flavor diffused from your tongue onto mine. Love was alcohol with no hangovers. Love was the world with no guns. Love was sandwiches without the crust. Love was every dessert with just enough salt. Love was uncrunched autumn leaves waiting at your feet. But some mornings you started getting cold quicker. Some mornings you would talk about how nice it would be to take long walks on your own. Some mornings you forgot to bring me to life. One morning your fingers met with mine for reasons other than holding tight. No, you were letting go. Became permanently cold, left me dead at night, started taking long walks on your own, and eventually you left me. You left me wondering if you're the best love I'll receive. You left me yearning for it. You left me hungover, no autumn leaves, a gun that shot down my self-esteem. You left me with 1,001 scars on my sleeve. Okay, so we'll give you guys some time to write down what you think that was about. Thanks. Okay, should we move on? The next one is called The Only Gift I Ever Liked. I never celebrated Christmas, never liked gifts on my birthday. I was always too picky. Nothing felt right, never the right color, never the right texture, always too white, a shade too dark, often too pink. Yet when handed hope with no occasion, just meeting you, hope felt different. It was soft, had a warm heart. Hope calmed me down. It made me hot chocolate on cold nights. Hope led me through the dark. But hope had a squad, a diverse squad. It hung out with love. They were best friends. No, they were soulmates. So strange that love was so different. Love was rough, had sharp edges. Love lit me cigarettes on cold nights. Love loved the dark. And so when there were no rays of light to shed upon my life, when you didn't smile, the rest of the squad showed up. Jealousy of other friends, attention, giving it to other friends, zones, being the other friends, ignore your other friends, unknown should be other friends. But let's not forget, love loved the dark. It loved a party only its squad was invited to, because only so many people can fit between the walls of 4 chambers. Yes, there were arteries, veins, but nobody decided to leave. When handed hope, it came in a white package. Not that kind of white, a little off-white, more like cream white, mixed with a pink, but not like a hot pink, more like a baby pink. Unraveling it brought back pieces I had lost trying to fix others. Hope flew out, was carried by my very veins. Hope ended the party. But best friends never leave each other. See, hope made sure love got home safe, made sure love was tucked into bed tight. Hope made love hot chocolate on cold nights. Hope kept love warm. It led love through the dark. Should we give you guys some more time? Okay. So the last one is called Our Own Type of Love, and it's a quite short one, but I kind of like it. So here's. We had our own type of love. I'm talking you're all I can see in a crowd. I'm talking love so hard it made us cry. I'm talking no talking, let our bodies talk. Let our minds speak, let our souls meet. I'm talking late night taxi drive. I'm talking nothing existed but you and I. You and I and all the love we had for each other. We had our own type of love. The love that made our hands interlock so tight as though it lay between our palms. We were too afraid to lose it. The love that brought us so close we became one. The love that wasn't blind. The love that opened our eyes, opened our minds, our hearts, our souls. The love that never felt wrong. We had our own type of love. It was soft, needed to be kept between our palms, needed to be kept between the eyes of you and I. You were the better after my good, but what happens when the better things die? I'm guessing even the best movies have to come to an end. Thank you. Right, so those were the 3 last poems, and like I said, you guys please start a conversation with someone you completely don't know. and see where the conversation takes you. If you don't want to do that, feel free to stick your post-its on the wall. I hope you guys enjoyed, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.